What's going on, box fans? Julian Williams with The Distance. I'm here for my third video today. I'm going to talk about the USA Boxing supporting supporting the government and overturning or pardoning Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson in 1913 was arrested for violating the Mann Act. The Mann Act of 1913 or 1910 actually, named after I believe his name is James Robert Mann. Um, it prohibited the transport of women for immoral acts, and Jack Johnson was one of the people who was arrested for it, and he was sentenced to like a year and a day in prison. And for the past year or so, John McCain, who was a former amateur boxer, has been trying to get Jack Johnson a pardon. And the president, if you guys study American government, and I know just about everyone you know this, the president has the right to pardon. And John McCain has been lobbying for President Barack Obama to pardon Jack Johnson. Because if you think back into the annals of history, Charlie Chaplin, famous actor, he was charged for the same thing in 1944, and he was acquitted. W.L. Thomas, sociologist, was acquitted. Kid Kane, who was actually a criminal, he was charged and was later appealed. So now it's on to Jack Johnson, and I'm not gonna say this all has to do with race. It may, and I think I think it does, but I'm not gonna say whether it was or not because it's different social times. But Jack Johnson, who's actually known to piss white people off basically, and go with the social conforms of African Americans at that time, kind of living by the stereotype and stuff. He would piss white people off by messing with white women, and this is out in the South, so it's a lot different than out in the East or anywhere else. And he was arrested. He spent a year in prison, and now years have gone by, and basically McCain is trying to get a pardon. I've been reading about it, and I'm not really too sure about it because there's not much about this. It's something that you could Google and stuff. Be sure if you want to after watching this video, just Google the Mann Act of 1910, and you'll find out some key facts and key points. But I'm just saying it all ties into boxing because one of boxing's top figures in the early 1900s, in the early 20th century, was involved in the Mann Act, and it's very important to me, of course. But I'm just saying I've been reading they're saying John McCain is trying to get a pardon. It's been in the news for about a year now, since about December or January, and it could happen, and they're trying to get it to be on July 4th, day of the fight of the century, and that'll be a good day to pardon him, to pardon Jack Johnson, who is forever remembered as a boxing legend and somewhat of a boxing icon. It would be a great day to pardon him. I think personally, I think that's fair to pardon Jack Johnson because it was different. We didn't have the Civil Rights Act of 1964 or anything. We didn't really have much. We didn't really have much of a right to vote and stuff. There was poll taxes and stuff, and just times are different. And I guess to show that somewhat of a social change, more social embrace, I think that it's right to pardon Jack Johnson. Though he's not alive to see it. He died in 1946. But I think that it's right to pardon him if people like Charlie Chaplin, W.L. Thomas, and even Chuck Berry musical icon. All got acquitted of these charges, and he was charged for it. So, anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Jack Johnson, USA Boxing supports the pardon for Jack Johnson. Let's hope it happens. But anyway, that was The Distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.